Here they are tonight with a chance with a win. They stamped their ticket for the postseason.
Yes, sir. Let's go, folks. Let's go!
Rough and tug it, fellas. Rough and tug it. Rough and tug it. Rough and tug it. That's what we do.
Yes, sir. That's it. That's like the statement of the year right there.
That it changed something that was already tough into something that's tougher, but only if you're in the building. Like, you don't get it if you're not in the building. You think we're idiots. You're like, rough and tug, that doesn't even make sense.
The Chargers, do they look like a playoff team to you?
The Chargers can win that game, take the number 7 spot.
Doesn't matter. There's no such thing as style points. Just find a way to win.
All these games, they're all must-wins. Everything's just magnified.
It's winning time right now. It's winning time. We got 3 games, and we're focused on those 3 games. We got to win out.
It's being your best when your best is required, and right now, like we're kind of pushing through the stretch where everything's a playoff game for us, and we need to be at our best. So,
well, that's always the goal, is to be playing your best football down the stretch.
3, 1, 2, 3,
This is playoffs. I consider this playoffs. Everyone here knows how important these games are. Everyone knows that we actually have to kick it up a notch,
What is going on here with this Chargers defense?
As Foles is sacked, intercepted.
The month of December in general is when teams start to separate themselves, and I think what separates most teams from others is their defense. If their defense is able to rise to the challenge.
Chargers currently out of the playoffs.
They are 6-6 right now. They are on the outside, but certainly here with a chance.
As a defense in the NFL, you have to be able to match up with whoever you're facing that week. And there are teams with polar opposite identities. And over a course of a season, you're going to see a lot of different identities. But very rarely in a season do you see 2 offenses that are so opposite in terms of what they're trying to accomplish in back-to-back weeks.
It's teetering right now. This season, I think, is legitimately teetering and could go either direction. And then when you have some of the injuries that are mounting, injuries on defense especially, very, very difficult challenge.
The secondary is decimated.
Without Derwin James and Sebastian Joseph Day and Bryce Callahan, that's a tall task.
You never know what happens in this league. Obviously, we saw that injuries came upon us, and it was important for other guys to step up.
it's definitely a challenge. I mean, the way your body feels, you don't ever feel good about anything. You wake up, everything hurts. 20 plus other guys just on defense alone that are going through the same thing. With how our units came together, you don't want to be the one to let your teammate or your brother down in these situations. So it's like it sucks. I mean, everything hurts. That's, I think, the best way to say it. And I think anybody who's been in this league, no matter how good you take care of your body work, food, anything you do, like at this point, everything hurts. And laughing hurts. You're just kind of trying to get through it for your teammates.
We may be down a couple bodies, but we've built this over time. We've built the relationships.
Everyone in the locker room has kind of embraced that new normal of, this is the cards that we've been dealt with, and we're not going to make any excuses, and we're just going to have to go out there and get it done.
How was this secondary without Derwin James going to slow down what to that point had been the most explosive passing offense in football?
Find me a scarier offense right now to play in outside of maybe Kansas City. There's no defensive coordinator that is not fearing playing against this offense, and it's because of Tua.
Quick release, good timing, all right, got good touch on his ball.
Explosive offense gets things going with a quick throw down the seam, and it's Trent Sherfield. A big play on the first one. Home run, play one, to the house. What a start for the Dolphins.
Honestly, none of us really flinched. We were all pretty confident in what was going on. Once we got the scheme going and got everyone going in preparation, and I feel like that was a week where it really clicked for us to come together, create that chemistry, create that trust factor.
We got to challenge 17-10 better than anyone in the NFL, and we need to make it tough on them.
I've prepared myself over and over mentally, whether I'm on the field or not. to be in that position and to be able to perform and bring everyone together.
We need to put the pressure on them to get open, force them in a fight every single snap. They have to win on every single snap for 4 quarters. We just keep showing up and we're forcing them to beat us.
On Sunday night, it should feel like a party to us. Like Derwin says, we hanging out, we partying, we having a good ass time. We have to hunt. It's the only way. It's the only reason why we play football. It's the only reason why we play defense. And so we can all hunt together.
Miami gets it at the 25, and here's the Dolphin offense.
I know Tua personally, both from Hawaii. I know his family well, so I was excited to go against that matchup. And a few years ago, before we got drafted, because Tua was the same draft class as me, talking to Tua's dad about how one day we'll be able to play each other in the NFL. So that was a cool moment for me to be able to line up against him and play. And I didn't expect him to come out first play of the game and try to get to it. I thought they would try to run the ball.
Tua under center, Tyreek Hill all alone.
Well, they came right at me, came right at our defense. You know, I knew in that situation Tyreek was going to motion.
He goes in motion right to left.
You know, on defense, we're really going to have to manage the pace of Tyreek Hill and 17 in their motion. Normally, what this little guy does is he goes, you know, and then he's rolling, right? So what we're going to do early in the game is we're going to get in this guy's face, right? We're going to get in this guy's face and we're going to change the way that they play the game because this is one of their top plays.
Tua's throwing on first down. It's deflected and caught by...
But I've been prepping myself all week for that matchup. And you know, I never backed down. I never once doubted or flinched. And you know, I was about it.
Handoff, Tua sets his feet, throws it downfield for Hill. It is swatted away at the last minute. Alohi Gilman able to recover, DJ.
You know, it just boosted the whole defense, bring us that energy, that swag, that fire to start the game, to help everyone know and let everyone know in Miami that, you know, we're here to play.
And Alohi Gilman, the safety, was back there in coverage. He's in because Derwin James is not.
I'm much different than Derwin and his personality and his leadership traits. I'm much more quiet, but you know, when I have things to say that are strong on my heart, I'm going to say it. So me stepping up in that role in terms of being a guy who can communicate to everyone across the field, to bring people together, to make sure everyone's on the same page, is obviously a big role to fill. You know, they express confidence in me. They want me to be me. You know, I think people feed off of that. They know that I'm genuine and that I love playing this game and I love playing with these guys. And I think ultimately that's what brought us together and that's what, you know, helped us become the defense that we needed to be in those moments.
3rd and 9. There's another one, and again, it's a Charger right there. 3 and out, and Tua is 3 of 17 passing tonight.
It was a tremendous game plan, and the execution was absolutely as top-notch as you can execute a game plan on defense.
Okay, we got to take it to them. We got to be the aggressors against this team.
You can't make this no damn track meet. We got to get our hands on them. We got to jam them. I got to go physically put my hands on his ass.
Started with physicality at the line of scrimmage, and I think you really have to talk about Michael Davis in that game and the way that he played, matched up with Waddle, matched up with Tyreek Hill.
Michael Davis there, and a lot of bodies right around these Dolphin receivers, not letting them get up to top speed.
The backups have been tremendous.
They needed players that were willing to step up to the plate and take on that challenge and say, yeah, I can be physical with Tyreek Hill, and I can be physical with Jalen Waddle, and I can shut them down at the line of scrimmage.
You can go back and show 5 or 6 different plays in this game where Michael Davis has had one-on-one, and he has just been physical. Play after play tonight, he has been making plays like that.
And I think you realize in these moments what kind of depth you have, and then also who these young players really are. And I think Jasir Taylor is probably the best example of that in this game.
And that through the hands of Tyreek Hill, coverage by Jasir Taylor. It is a 3 and...
That was Jasir Taylor's first career start. And he was matched up with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle in the slot. And those two guys combined for 4 catches out of the slot. Jalen Waddle did not have a catch until the 4th quarter.
I got to say, it's one of the amazing defensive performances that I've seen so far. It's just fantastic.
When Brandon is talking about connected defense, it's that.
Connected defense is having that trust from the guy on my left and the guy on my right. we all have each other's back in each situation.
And I think we're getting to a point in the season now where guys are starting to trust each other, and which makes the whole defense in itself look faster and more connected because they trust where my other guy is going to be.
Not even Dan Marino could do anything with this right now. They just don't have guys running open.
Part of being a connected defense as well is pass rush and coverage working together. Getting yourself into advantageous second and third down so that your pass rushers can get after the quarterback.
3rd and 13. To a shotgun snap, they rush just 3. 2 ahead, dropped. Kyle Van Noy, 3 and out. DJ, that's the first sack that Teron Armstead has allowed all season long.
It's one of the best left tackles in football, has been for a long time. And Kyle Van Noy beat him one-on-one with a spin move inside that is teach tape. That's the clip that you would show an edge rusher on how to beat an elite left tackle with the spin move inside. And so you had all of that. It's connected play to play, having connected coverage, and then on a broader level, it's, okay, can your different phases of the defense work together?
What a victory for the Bolts. They knock off the Dolphins 23-17.
This is a relationship business. I think 3 weeks ago when we finally got it clicking was really when we bought into each other. It was a whole different energy. That brings that swag, that brings that confidence, that brings that ability to go out and play loose and have fun. And this is the most fun I've had playing ball in a long time, man. So I've had so much fun playing and just excited to keep this going.
Okay, but going back here, look at Low here, man. The energy, the shaking the weight, and then we got the little bowling action. I mean, I don't know what that is, but guys, did you know something about Low? Low, go ahead and tell him. You don't? Okay, he doesn't want to talk about it. He's actually a pro bowler, okay? He's done the PBA tour. He was on the tour here in the championship game. Okay? He needed one strike to take it out. So take a look here. There he is. There's Low. Man, he's got the glasses on. Look at that dude. Oh, bang. Now look at the energy he brought, man. Look at that.
You saw, however, a defense without 6 starters do a number on the Miami Dolphins last Sunday night. What do you think about this matchup?
It was an inspired effort against the Miami Dolphins. It's a different challenge, though.
It can be difficult, and I think for all the coaches is that you have to rely upon the rules that you've installed within the defense from training camp throughout each week. And you have to really go back to, fellas, we can't change everything we're doing for this team and then change it all again for this team. There's foundation, there's rules in the defense that we've installed and that we play on, and that's how you got to play.
Now, let's talk about narrative for a second here. Your body of work is a narrative, okay? And somebody has an opinion of what that narrative will be, whether it's good or bad. We got a narrative in this room and in every other room on defense that we cannot stop the run. We cannot stop the run. If you don't like it, then do something about changing the narrative, okay? You got something in your game you don't like, all right? Do something about it. You got something in your game as a coach you can coach better you don't like, do something about it, okay? We got to do a good job this week moving forward of changing the narrative about what people are saying about us, whether it's good or bad.
Tennessee Titans, to me, they have the player that I call the animal.
Yeah.
And Derrick Henry against this Chargers defense, that's what I'm watching. I don't think they can stop him.
No one's ever watched football before. What's the scouting report on Derrick Henry?
Great stiff arm, faster than you think.
Turning on the speed, Derrick Henry.
First off, he's an enormous running back.
The middle and in, touchdown, Tennessee.
That reminds me of a guy. Who's this guy? Christian Okoye, okay? Big back in the 90s, late 80s, okay? Had a hard time tackling this guy.
He hits the holes quick. He's got an elite stiff arm.
Henry stepping through a tackle, and he's taken off. Warren is chasing after him.
When he gets going, you don't realize how fast he is till he's gone. It's really just trying to keep him as contained as you can because he is a guy that can wreck the game if you let him get going.
And Brandon, what needs to happen for your run defense to improve?
We just got to play consistently.
It's kind of been a story for us.
What is wrong with the Chargers defense?
The Chargers can't stop the run.
As a group, do you guys take that personally?
I do. I take it personally. Can't speak for everyone in the room. I think so. I believe so. I know last week when I was injured, I know Bray took it personal and Foxy took it personal, you know, and they were ready to play, and you know, so I would say, yeah, we do take it personal for sure. I do.
They had counted us out going into that game, and I think the guys in that locker room and they knew it as well, and they didn't count themselves out. They knew exactly what we had in place.
We want to be an elite defense, and you know you have to fix your issues. The big thing is being able to look at yourself and the defense, you know, everyone individually look at yourself critically and how can we be better.
All right, on defense, we have to control the line of scrimmage in this football game, all right? And this is how we're going to do it. Okay, we got to attack 22 better than anyone in the world. Okay, last week we had to attack those 2 wideouts better than anybody in the world. All right, and that's what we did. You guys accomplished it. You accomplished your goal. We defended those 2 receivers better than anybody in the NFL. All right, this is how we attack 22.
You know, going into this week, it's going to be a tough, physical, energy game.
Now, tell me if you see Derrick Henry in this picture. I don't see him. Okay, 'cause you got a bunch of people swarming his ass for 4 quarters. Can't even see the guy. He's down there somewhere. We'll find him later on.
Swarming means you're running like your hair is on fire to the ball, to Derrick Henry.
We gotta hit this ball.
You guys have got to be ready to play physical. You've got to be combative. You've got to be playing with speed and physicality. Everybody's got to bring their boxing gloves, their bat, whatever physical analogy that you prefer, okay? You got to have the mindset to do it every play.
It's a huge mentality. You can draw it up on the whiteboard. You can draw up all the X's and O's you want and where people should fit. But if you're not ready to get in a fight and to be violent in those plays and to come downhill, then it's going to be a long day.
Good morning, Isaac. The sun is shining through the greenhouse roof. That is SoFi Stadium. It is a beautiful 65 degrees for this December football game.
Sebastian Joseph Day back after missing last week. Love to see that. But the star of the show on offense is Derrick Henry.
You know, it was so funny seeing Derrick Henry, because this was my first time playing against him. Because you watch on film how physical he runs and how big he is, right? But you don't realize how big he is until you actually see him face to face. And this guy can play D-line if he really wants to, you know?
Hey, you have to believe we got everything we need in this huddle to do everything we want to do. We own their ass for 4 quarters. And today is going to be a 4-quarter street fight. Yep. Plain and simple. So grab your helmets and strap them up. Let's go to war for each other. Let's go. Finish on 3. 1, 2, 3. Finish.
The Chargers won the toss, and they have elected to defer, so Tennessee will get the football first.
2 tight ends. Derrick Henry 7 yards back from the left hash. Handoff to Henry, and he is met at the hole. Good start, DJ. Get him off schedule straight out the gate.
You don't want to leave any of your brothers out there on an island, especially against an elite player like him. It doesn't matter if it's a D lineman, a linebacker, a DB. You want everyone swarming. And
the formation almost stretched from the numbers to the numbers.
Yeah.
You know, I had to come back that week. That was a big emphasis for me. I was like, I had to come back this week.
And that is a lot of man to bring down.
That's a large human being.
Running the ball is a mentality thing. It's, you know, both sides of the ball. If a team really wants to run the ball and they're physical and
tighten up your chin strap.
Hands it off to Henry on first down, and Khalil Mack the first to get there.
You have to be ready to kind of punch him right in the mouth back and be ready to be in a 4-quarter fist fight.
I think people fail to realize that run defense takes all 11 guys.
Charger territory, I formation. Henry takes the handoff, and he is met in the backfield and dragged down for a loss by Sebastian Joseph Day.
I don't know if you saw on TFL I had backdoor, but Lowe came up and smacked that fullback. Like, that's a DB. or the tight end, like coming up full speed, meeting them in the hole, like what's up, like, and that's what run defense is, you know.
You know, that's smash mouth, downhill, football, and I love that stuff. So that's how I was raised. That's how you kind of brought up in football.
It's not just the D-line. It's not just the linebackers. It's everyone.
And now the Titans in the red zone.
Wildcat Derrick Henry takes the snap right up the middle. Henry is in! Touchdown, Tennessee!
They got Wildcat. That's a big Wildcat.
Sure is.
That's smart. You give him an extra blocker. I mean, why have a quarterback out there? You just snap it to him.
Now you see why they're so good goal to go. He gets ahead of steam, and there's just no stopping him.
All right, hey, we got to go out in the second half to compete like we're capable of. D-line, we're stopping the run. All right, but we got to come together as a team, man. Don't feel this group like I felt them last week. I don't feel this group. All right? Pride in performance. All right? 30 minutes here, and let's sell out. Let's sell out. Our most physical game. Finishing every play. Get a breakdown. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Well, the Chargers playing a Titans brand of football right now. Takes the handoff, looking, has a lane, left side of the line all the way to the 25.
Boy, the Tennessee Titans like to drag you into a muddy football game, and that is where we find ourselves.
This is a dogfight, man. It's just who's tougher, you know? Who's tougher, who's going to get it done. And
you felt it in this game. In the second half, to me, it was all character and heart and toughness. It had nothing to do with technique anymore. It had nothing to do with scheme. But at a certain point, you got to play with high energy. You just got to play with toughness. It's tough to have every Sunday, but it's expected. And at this level, if you don't have it, you lose. Do we have the heart and character to overcome human nature? That's the chemistry y'all are in the process of building. You can see it. Keep going. Yeah, honestly, I think the biggest turning point in my eyes is the players took it upon themselves.
I think it speaks to the guys in the locker room, their desire to want to be great, their desire to want to win, you know? And I think that's the mindset of guys like John, Lowe, and Braden.
It's being your best when your best is required, and guys have stepped up in huge ways.
Here we go again, another big play here for this defense. Tannehill is sacked. Now they're right on the verge of field goal range.
Here comes pressure, hit, dropped, all the way back at the 35. Chris Rump with his first career sack. And it is no good, pushed it right. What a sack by Chris Rump.
Hey, when it's time to stop the run, stop the run. And now we've earned the right to go rush the passer, so let's go be the best at it that we can be.
Here comes pressure, he's sacked. Oh, Kyle Van Noy.
Pressure's coming. Tannehill is down. Drew Tranquil.
And this crowd finally has something to cheer about, and they are letting it be known.
Like, you just see the emotion that players have after they make a play, and who is celebrating, and how many players are celebrating together. And I think that can be a pretty good indication of how close-knit a team is.
The Chargers have now won 3 of their last 4 games.
By your defense that they're kind of starting to play their best ball towards the back end of the season.
Yeah, Fernando, we got a really good defensive culture right now. Got a lot of guys that believe in each other. I think what we've had to do, Fernando, is have people step up and play significant roles, and it's brought out the best in them. And we're playing team defense. And since I've been here, you've heard me say it. And, you know, team defense last week against Miami is much different than team defense this week, but we're playing team defense. You're seeing all 11 players connected to the game plan, executing their assignment, their technique, and their effort. They're playing with the right energy. I felt like we've played as hard as we've ever played since I've been here on defense. You can feel the energy where you get the playmaking, and we needed all of it today. You know, because our defense won us the game today. Okay? They gave us a chance, and I just am really proud of the way that group's coming together. And as we get guys back, we're going to continue to play better and better, and I like the way we're playing right now.
There it is.
Go again.
Reload.
Chargers finally living up to the preseason hype. They fell off, we wrote them off, and now, as Geno Smith said, they didn't write back. Here they are, ready to clinch a playoff spot. It's amazing this weekend. It's a surprising turn of events.
Good fall back. Yeah, good talk, Chris.
Yeah, Chris.
You're gonna get your ops. That thing.
You gotta lock us in the secondary. You know, here's the thing. Like Derwin, I'm just gonna call how it is. You know, Derwin's got an adjustment coming back out for sure. So you gotta help him with his reacclimation. Into the point. You and Lowe have been out there running the show. You gotta give him that. Will be there.
No doubt.
He's gonna get confidence from you. Okay.
Good eyes, good eyes, good eyes. There you go. Good job, Nas.
Brandon Staley has been able to keep it all together. They've had so many injuries, and they've had so much go up and down. The defense has been balling. Chargers get it done. I'm fired up.
I just can't wait, man. I'm just excited. I'm just happy, man, because, you know, it obviously isn't done, and we still have, you know, 3 more games left. But I'm just happy that we were able to, you know, quiet a few people.
Yeah, Mike.
Now we're starting to get guys back, get guys healthy, and I think it started with those relationships that we had earlier in the year and built those relationships early in the year so that we can go through the season and having the fun and success that we're having right now.
All right, we got a pass. All right, let's see if we got good eyes right here. Good eyes. Ooh. That'll be nice. That'll be nice.
Pro Bowler.
Pro Bowl.
I'm trying to get that Super Bowl. I get that Super Bowl. That better. Super Bowl with one of these. Right there, man.
That's a year right there.
Ooh, boy, that's a year. Yeah. Hey, let's go, man. Hey, let's keep doing this thing. Let's keep growing closer together, man. Coaches and players included, brother. Hey, family on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Family.
But the Chargers tonight, a playoff berth is on the line. Win and they are in.
This is something that they are hoping to do, clinch a spot in the playoffs, but this feeling is all too familiar for this team. They're sitting at 8-6, the same spot they were at this point of the season last year, and they know tonight everything is on the line.
I think the reason why we're here is because of the men on our football team, coaches, players. We've got the makeup to withstand the type of season that we've had. We would not be here today if it weren't for the toughness of our football team.
And Dicker left to right.
We're up first.
Y'all got command of this thing, and that's what you should have as a team moving forward.
From the 28, a handoff starts the night.
Real rugged.
Takeaway, you won the margin.
Pass!
Takes it to no one in particular.
Let's go, Mike!
Intercepted
Let's go,
by
Mike!
Michael Davis. Davis gets his first and a takeaway by this Chargers defense.
Let's go, Mike! Yeah, Mike! Good, Mike!
All right, on the screen, Kyle.
I don't think that Deion Jackson screen worked at all. Play made by Van Noy.
Catching that thing. All right, high point that thing on the sideline.
Chargers do come with extra men on the rush. Throw to the sideline, up for grabs, and the catch is made. It's a pick.
Welcome back, Derwin James.
Hey, new guy. Welcome back, baby.
Under pressure, has all kinds of time, and now Foles is going to be hit by Drew Tranquil.
As Foles is sacked on back-to-back plays.
Let's go, K9! Let's go, K9!
When you got ownership rolling like that, man, like, good things on its way.
We set out goals to go out and get this win on the road during the holidays and just say, hey, this is the team we're going to be moving forward.
Here's a pick. Intercepted.
This defense looks different. I mean, this is 3 weeks in a row now. We've seen this defense not only not giving up plays, they're making plays.
It's definitely rewarding. It's rewarding for this organization who, brought Coach Staley in. Staley brings me in, and we kind of build this thing up together. And here too, we're hitting the playoff stride.
The Chargers are a playoff program. What have you seen this year from behind the scenes, Kyle?
When it came down to it, as a group, we all got together and we remained focused on that goal, which is just to win one game at a time and eventually get in that tournament.
Okay, we're in. We know we're in. It's a point for us where it's like, all right, keep our heads down, keep working, because I think we're all hungry. I think that's the one thing about this that you get a feel in this building is that everyone's hungry. Everybody's hungry for more success. You know, now it's kind of like, all right, where can we go with this thing?
If you want to see more content like this, check out the link right here.